Hello and welcome back to another live video with Taryn Bashford, author of the teen fiction series Payback. Someone actually messaged me and asked about the feather earrings. I know the writing hat is now self-explanatory, but the feather earrings, well, I guess I don't always wear them, but they kind of remind me to be a bit carefree, and birds are so carefree flying up in the air and seem so chilled out, and reminds me not to let the daily grind kind of bring me back down to earth. I wear a toe ring for the same reason, actually, because when I was backpacking around the world in my 20s, I found it on the Great Ocean Road and decided that it would remind me to kind of not take myself or life too seriously, and it kind of works. Anyway, today's video continues with Project Awesome. It's about changing your mindset so you can go from feeling awful to feeling pretty awesome. I had some teens write in to explain how they deal with feeling pretty awful about themselves and wanting to help themselves get through the day. And one of them actually really struck a chord with me because I thought it was kind of sad. Zoe T says that if you're feeling down, don't show it. Make yourself think you're feeling good today, even if you're having a bad day. Don't think about how you feel, or else your feelings can take control of you. And I can kind of see how Zoe T is coping, but it's not very satisfactory for her. Why should she feel so awful and pretend that she feels fine? So what's the definition of self-esteem? It actually refers to the view and the way in which we think about ourselves and the value that we place on ourselves as a person. Having low self-esteem means you have a negative overall opinion of yourself and you judge yourself negatively. So the problem is that these deep-seated beliefs actually become repeated and repeated so often that they become facts and truths that you actually believe about yourself. So to go from a purely physical level, let's say someone or lots of people keep saying, oh, you have a really big nose, even if you don't really. You are going to start thinking, oh, do I? Oh, okay. And start actually believing that fact as a truth. So the same thing happens, but on a more deep-seated and serious level, when someone keeps saying to you, oh, you're pretty stupid, or you're never going to amount to much, or you're not pretty enough, or any of those other beliefs that we have about ourselves. And the trick is to learn ways of changing those deep-seated beliefs. And pretending you're fine, like Zoe T was saying, when you're not, is a way of coping, but it's not a way of changing your mindset. One of my characters, Shay, in Payback, she had a hard time trusting guys because her dad used to hit her mum. So over time, she came to the conclusion that because she was a girl, she wasn't really worth much. And so it really affects her relationships with guys and with Drew, so that she doesn't feel very secure in the relationship because she doesn't feel good enough for Drew, and her trust levels are low. So having low self-esteem can affect all parts of your life, from your relationships to your career to schoolwork, your friendships, and even the future choices that you make. So it's so important to make sure that you're actually not allowing yourself to believe negative things and have value in yourself. So next week we're actually going to talk about the specific steps you can take to change how you feel about yourself so that you can go from feeling awful to feeling pretty awesome. I know these videos are quite short, and mainly because people don't tend to have more than 3 or 4 minutes to stop and watch a video. But if you really want to get into the nitty-gritty of it, then please just go to my YouTube channel, Taryn Bashford, and you can watch all of the videos in a row, and then get all the information you want in one time and in one place. So finally, Payback's been going for nearly 3 weeks now, and it has over 1,000 readers across the 4 different platforms. So please do come along. Love to see you there. Love to have your comments. Payback can be seen and read for free, the first ever dialogue novel, on Twitter, Facebook, Wattpad, and on my blog. So search it up on Taryn Bashford, or look it up as Payback, a dialogue novel or Payback series, and there'll be a link on the end of this video. All right, see you next Thursday. Bye.